LeBron! LeBron, don't tell me that is so, bro. They say your I Promise school is failing, bro. Who is LeBron hiring to teach at these schools, bro? He gotta be hiring all his niggas from Akron or something. All the hood niggas teaching at this school, ain't it? How's all the kids failing, bro? Now we finna check out the video. I hope this ain't true, bro. Cause you my guy. I fuck with you. But I gotta keep it real. I gotta go and get on your ass, bro. Let's check out the video though, man. Here we go.
Almost exactly
Here we
7
go.
years ago, LeBron James stood at this exact spot and opened his I Promise school. Arguably the greatest accomplishment in his entire career. He was lauded as a philanthropist, visionary, and a private citizen who stood up to do what the government wouldn't. It was universally celebrated as a success. But
first of all, shout out to LeBron though, because he's the only nigga that actually opened up a school. We got these fraud ass niggas like Dr. Umar, Cassinet. Well, Cassinet, I don't know. He been on some other shit. But Cassinet said he was gonna open up a school. Nigga never opened that motherfucker up. Dr. Umar Johnson, his fraud ass. That nigga ain't opened up a school yet. When you gonna get that fucking school built, bro? LeBron the only nigga to do it, man. So shout out to LeBron.
since then,
So for 3 years, not one child passed the state test in math.
Not one child?
Principal of the LeBron James I Promise School in Akron has submitted her resignation following an allegation that she slapped an 11-year-old student.
A quote,
What?
death note was found on the school grounds, and that note, found sometime last week, had a list of names of teachers and students who work and attend the school.
The amount of tears that
The
I
principal slapped a student?
saw from
Nigga,
teachers
what?
that work there.
what's up, y'all? I'm Kip Kame 11, and I'm here in Akron, Ohio to find out why is LeBron James's I Promise school failing?
Here we go.
Well, to begin, we have to go back to 2004. Fresh out of Akron, Ohio, LeBron James let all the naysayers know that he was
Damn, you look like bro right here. I thought that was you, nigga.
2004. Fresh out of Akron, Ohio.
He look like bro
LeBron
right
James
here.
let
Tell me this ain't the same
all the
person.
naysayers know.
Am I
Here's the
tripping?
truth. After a successful Rookie of the Year campaign and an $87 million Nike deal, LeBron was a far cry away from where he was even just a year ago. Still possessing a strong allegiance to Akron, LeBron founded the LeBron James Family Foundation as a 19-year-old, as a way to help out struggling children like him when he was growing up.
LeBron
As his
he
career
been doing
accolades
it though.
and
I ain't gonna lie.
profile
He been putting
grew.
on.
After a few years, this initiative expanded to the I Promise School, as a way for kids who are at risk of flunking out and being claimed by Akron's tough environments, like LeBron almost famously was. There have been schools opened by celebrities before, like Deion Sanders' Prime Prep Academy, Will Smith's New Village Academy, and Kanye's Donda Academy, all with varying levels of success. LeBron's school, however,
Yeah, all them schools be getting shut down. Why the hell every school be getting shut down? Is it that hard to run a school? Or do niggas just be doing it for the tax write-offs? Cause I know a lot of these niggas be doing that. They don't give a fuck about the kids. They just doing it so they can write off the money on taxes or something. You know how the rich folks be.
was different. It was a fully public school as opposed to private school or academy, fully integrated into the Akron public school system, and operated as such. Only that it's got over 100 of LeBron's game-worn shoes inside, and over $1 million a year in extra funding. This was history in the making. In a regular public school,
They got his game-worn
LeBron
shoes
James
in that
became- Not only has he opened a school, he's opened up transitional housing down the block from the school for families and parents of students who might be experiencing bouts of homelessness. There are 50 families here who
Damn, I ain't know
families
that.
had-
Bro, what the fuck? Shout out to LeBron, bro. He doing housing. He getting you a job. He giving you a school for your kids. That nigga doing it,
They
man.
had nothing but wonderful. The I Promise School was looking to create an environment where kids at school felt like they were at home and that their teachers were family.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You can't mix home and school. When them kids come to school, nigga, it's time to fucking learn. They come to school thinking they're still home, nigga. They bad as fuck at home. I guarantee you that's the problem right there. Nigga, these kids coming in this bitch, running around and shit, probably cussing. These kids probably bad as fuck. Them teachers probably like, man, I'm not gonna deal with these badass kids.
At school
Watch.
felt like they
Watch
were
how
at
that's the
home.
problem. I
And
bet
that their
it
teachers-
is.
The foundation spent approximately $2 million in the school's inception. This extra spending goes for creating smaller class sizes for children, free bikes, hiring tutors for after-school programs, free breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snacks,
Bro,
as well as
it's
an
hard to
outside
do a
family
school, nigga.
resource
You gotta
center,
do
which
all that
includes a
shit.
food- There was a significantly longer school year from July to May, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., as well as 4 intervention specialists and an ESL teacher.
They got them kids in there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's a long ass time, but I guess it's because the parents can't get off
All
work
this in
type
Akron,
shit.
home of one of the poorest school districts in the state. Then, of course, there are all the visits made by LeBron James, his shoes on the walls, and sometimes personalized messages and shout-outs from the king himself.
Oh, I actually thought it was going to be amazing.
This is former I Promise school teacher Jessica Gerber, a 12-year veteran of Akron Public Schools, who started at the I Promise school in 2022. More on her later. Commissioned a documentary on the first year of the I Promise school. You can find it on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It's an amazing watch.
I'm not
In the
watching that
first
shit,
few
bro.
minutes, it instilled hope in the family of those attending the school.
LeBron James.
LeBron James!
With his problem, like with his reading everything.
But now the issue, and the very big issue at that, is actually educating the kids. The way that students from the I Promise school were selected was through a lottery consisting of second graders from the bottom 25% of achievement levels in Akron, those classified as academically at risk. It tended to be the reason even that they were low achieving. They weren't able to focus on class because they were acting out. Oftentimes this was
Told you. I told y'all niggas these kids are fucking bad. It's hard to teach badass kids, bro. And you got them in that bitch from 9 to 5, nigga. They in that bitch bored. They finna tear the damn roofs off the place, bro.
because they had unstable home lives, with
Tell me.
families not knowing how to prioritize education because they hadn't been down the path themselves. And take Nate, for example, a kid who was showcased on LeBron's Instagram story, who began at a kindergarten reading level. If something got too frustrating or intense for him, he would get up and walk out of the classroom. His teachers would say that he was so behind, not because he wasn't able to learn, but because he wasn't spending enough time in class. The lady who we saw from before was Nate's grandma, who lives with Nate's mom and her 7 kids. What happened to the dad?
Damn.
And his friends set him up. They stabbed him, shot him, ran him over. They stabbed him with a stone.
On
Ooh.
top of that,
Bro, that's tough for any kid, bro. Like, it's tough. Like, he a child, nigga. Like, he 2nd, 3rd grade. No wonder he behind, bro. He dealing with all this trauma. He got 7 kids in the house. No dad around. Like, that's fucked up, bro.
Nate had experienced a SWAT raid in his apartment complex after his uncle had been caught selling drugs. He says that he wasn't scared, but it's clear the experience impacted him.
Police, put your hands up!
Nate is just one of such
Yeah,
cases.
them, bro.
And in a class,
It's tough on a kid, bro.
In another class, there was a little girl who felt so unsafe that she would lock herself into one of the very fresh and new lockers at the school. After a few weeks with the kids,
Wow.
one
So when you get in and you have 20 kids who struggle with school and you have some kids who have behavior issues, you kind of be like, okay, well, this is a little harder than I thought.
Now, I'm not going to reveal all that happened.
Bro, imagine being a teacher and you got 20 badass kids that don't just know how to sit down. You know how you go to a regular school and the kids just go in there, they sit down, they listen. Bro, these kids are like, these different kids we talking about, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Summer. which
Damn.
included a 7-week summer camp.
Damn, nigga, the kids be on that. I told y'all these was gonna be some badass kids, bro. But it ain't the kid fault. It's just how they came up. But it's like, shit. I couldn't work in no school, bro.
This is where things got bad. For a lot of us in the US in regular home and school situations, the pandemic was an inconvenience, sure, and lowered work ethics overall. I was a senior in high school and I experienced the strongest dose of senioritis I think one can get, but I came out relatively unscathed. For those in younger grades, the results were much more dire.
How did
Over the
COVID
last
impact
3
y'all
decades,
niggas? Let me know in the comments.
8th graders
That shit was cool to me. I ain't
have
gonna lie.
steadily been getting better at standardized
I barely
math
even noticed that
tests,
shit.
But
It's so fucked up. We got folks just having too many kids that they can't take care of and tend to. Motherfuckers it's just the environment that motherfuckers grow up in, bro. What can you do? Fuck.
They also suffered from what's known as learning loss during the pandemic. The amount of failing grades in math went up by 9%, and chronic absenteeism also went up drastically. Now, imagine kids in the bottom quartile of this district in a situation like this. The ones that were hard enough to keep in the classroom during regular school. There wasn't any way this was going to end well.
Also developing this evening, the principal of the LeBron James I Promise School in Akron has submitted her resignation following an allegation that she slapped an 11-year-old student.
Brandy Davis.
Damn, she slapped a student, bro. How the fuck you gonna be the principal and you done slapped a student? Who hired this bitch? She slapped an 11-year-old. I know the kids up there probably bad, lady. But goddamn, you can't slap the kids, man. You can't slap the babies. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. You gonna slap a kid, bitch? Somebody need to slap you. Real deal. Look at these big old arms. Look at these big old guns she got. She slapped the kid with these big old hams on her arm right here. No fucking way.
The veteran principal, Akron born and bred, assaulted a student shortly after pandemic restrictions on the school had been lifted. The testimony
And she got paid leave.
There was a situation in a bathroom and a kid had took a dump in the urine. One of the kids told Miss Davis, who was rushing to the scene of the crime, using some pretty crass language. Miss Davis then said she went into auntie mode, treating the kid like her own nephew, and slapped him for using the S word. Remember Miss Gerber from before?
They stress her the fuck out. That's what it was, bro. They can't, these regular ladies, man, they ain't built for that shit.
She was at the I Promise school for the exact same amount of time that Miss Ham was. And, well.
I'll tell you a story from the first time I walked in. The very first day I had shared a classroom with an intervention specialist, and I walked in and he was like, the kid was 7th or 8th grader and he was just chewing out the teacher, and she's a young thing. And I was like, don't speak to her like that. And you don't talk to me. I don't know who you think you are. You don't come in here and talk to me. Walks out, slams the door. I mean, my first 30 seconds in the classroom.
Damn.
And that kind of sums up how the kids act. They call it a walk and talk, and anytime they don't want to be in class, they throw a fit and they walk out of the classroom. Be like, get out of my face. I don't even want to repeat what he said to me. And there was front door of Akron, or I Promise is an Akron cop. And I looked at him and I was like, are you going to do anything? And he just slowly unfolds himself. He goes, they don't listen to me either.
That nigga was tired, boy. Them kids, man, you do that shit all fucking day. Who the hell want to do that all day, bro? You want to deal with these angry ass kids all day, like trying to get them to behave? Like, come on, man.
That's the response.
That's a lot to ask for anybody, bro.
Okay.
And it was after that incident, I called my boss and I said, if you don't get me out of this school, I will quit right now. The teachers tried.
Man, you need some army sergeants in that motherfucker that ain't finna go for that shit. You got these soft ass teachers in there, and no disrespect to the teachers, but who, like, man, y'all soft as hell. Y'all need some drill sergeants in that bitch. Hire some army vets to straighten their ass up and have their ass walking straight. I'm talking about straight. You feel me? Like on some shit like that, nigga. These soft ass teachers ain't finna do shit, man. Letting the kids walk all on them and shit. You think these army vets, put them in that classroom, man? Boy, them kids gonna be acting straight, nigga. No cap.
To get kids to do things. I mean, I will be like, it's not the stats.
Kids ain't gonna listen to nobody that they don't fear in a way.
We've got 7th graders beating up 3rd graders on the school bus. We have kids. I mean, when I say fights daily, multiple. I don't know, like it's just a different environment. I've never been in.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, you can't have these soft ass teachers, bro. They gonna cry and complain, and they ain't finna really get on the student's ass. But shit, what really can you do, man? Like, bro, it's a tough problem to deal with regardless. Like, kids coming from these struggling ass families and struggling ass environments and trauma and shit. I don't know, bro.
Kids from the original 3rd grade class, with kids like Nate, not a single child passed a grade level state exam in math for 3 straight years. This is more damning.
They ain't doing shit in that school, just out there being bad, nigga. Nobody passed? Look. 29%, 18.9% on the test. It's fucking terrible.
Passed a grade level state exam in math for 3 straight years. This is even more damning when considering their testing protocols.
It takes the I Promise kids 5 weeks to finish a test. 5 minutes, I'm not kidding, and they want a break. I need a break. And they're allowed to have one. They get up and they walk out of the classroom. They need a break.
Still though, we do have to keep in mind that the I Promise school is quite literally the first of its kind. LeBron James and his foundation were the first to help open up a public school. And with unplanned obstacles like a global pandemic and a principal assaulting a student, there's not that much that could have been done about it.
Really
At
ain't.
the end of the day, it is still a high-class facility that's helping out.
At least he trying, though.
And when
niggas ain't trying. Niggas ain't doing this.
330, multiple going into.
I ain't seen Michael Jordan open up no fucking school. I ain't seen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hey.
It feels that one school or no school. The kids that I saw were empowered to see and pursue their dreams. So, again, is the I Promise school failing? You tell me.
What y'all think? That shit definitely going down the drain. But hopefully they turn that bitch around. Let me know what y'all think, though. We gone. Here we go.